Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper drunk again? Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper drunk again. Let's get right into it. If you saw recent headlines about CNN making its New Year's Eve countdown less boozy this year, you might have assumed the worst. But don't worry, Andy Cohen will be drinking with Anderson Cooper again. Cohen told People, "My only direction is to have fun." He then added, "That's what I plan to do, and I'm happy to cocktail it up." The CNN crew has made it an annual tradition to let loose on December 31st. The often comical outcomes, from Cohen slamming ABC's New Year's Eve coverage, to Cooper grimacing over tequila shots, to no broke dick resolutions, are truly the reward we deserve for surviving another year. According to Variety, CNN's chairman and CEO told staffers earlier this week that on-camera drinking hurts credibility and respectability. According to Variety, Cohen and Cooper will still be permitted to consume alcohol, but Cohen does not want to leave any room for doubt. Despite previously admitting to being a little overserved during last year's broadcast, he promised during Watch What Happens Live that this time would be different. He said, "Anderson and I are going to party harder than we have ever partied before," adding, "We will be back and we will be drunk." Of course, this begs the question, if Cooper and Cohen are safe, which correspondents or anchors could be asked to sober up? We're just guessing, but we don't think Dom Lemon will get another live piercing this year. Well, Andy Cohen has apparently changed his mind about his New Year's Eve drinking plans. He confirmed to Page 6 that he and Anderson Cooper will not be taking shots on CNN's broadcast this weekend. He said, "We aren't drinking, but we're going to have a blast." According to Variety, CNN's chairman and CEO told staffers last month that the network's year-end consumption of alcohol on air wasn't a good look. Cohen initially responded to the report by stating that he was not one of the correspondents who had been asked to cut back on alcohol. He told Rolling Stone that he would party even harder for his sober co-workers. CNN viewers who look forward to Cohen, Cooper, and post-midnight anchor Don Lemon's drunken shenanigans each year were outraged by the sobering announcement. Cohen said, "We can't drink," adding, "But it's fine." Cooper mused that the drinking ban wasn't a big deal for him because he doesn't normally drink, to which Cohen replied, "We know, as we see every year. That's the thing folks tune in for." Asked by Cooper if he would be able to make it to the ball drop without imbibing, Cohen said, "That's the question. We will see." The Real Housewives producer added, "Do I have a pocket full of edibles?" "I do." He then said, "Will I take them?" "I don't think so. I don't know. It's a long night. This is a telethon with no disease. Do you understand? We're here all night, passing time." Perhaps a fellow host encouraged him to reconsider. Ryan Seacrest recently told Entertainment Weekly that he believes CNN should start the new year with less alcohol. Seacrest said, "There's some pretty respectable people, or at least one, right?" Adding, "I think there's a serious journalist, and then there's a friend of mine who has a lot of fun, but it's probably a good idea to scale back." Cohen previously apologized at the start of the year for drunkenly referring to ABC's New Year's Eve countdown as Seacrest's group of losers, and perhaps that sobering memory convinced him to sober up. Seacrest continued, "I think there's a serious journalist, and then a friend of mine who has a lot of fun, but it's probably a good idea," adding, "Although the viewers probably wish they would drink more, but I think they had something to say about my show at one point, which was, I'm sure, from the alcohol, because I don't think they would say what they said about our performers if they weren't drinking." Seacrest outlined, "Which means shots fired, literally for Cohen." Seacrest added, "But you know, I think our show's a bigger, broader show and we will not drink until 1:05 in the morning. Although, I might send them some Casa Dragones tequila just to tempt them while they're on the air." The Casa Dragones tequila gift will most likely be appreciated. While Cooper tries to keep CNN on track, Cohen is more likely to go off the rails, which can't be good for CNN's New Year's Eve ratings. Cohen told The Hollywood Reporter before Seacrest's remarks that he was serious about partying harder this year. He said, "What Chris Lick said was that he didn't want the correspondents out there drinking, but that he wanted Anderson Cooper and I to do our thing." He then added, "So I'm happy to do our thing. My only directive for years on CNN has been to have fun on New Year's Eve, and that is absolutely what I plan to do." Cohen also said he tried to make peace with Seacrest over a comment that he says was taken out of context. "I think I sent him a text after, and I think, listen, I was so stupid. It was, as everything is, blown out of proportion, and it was clickbait," adding that the comment was about the band Journey, not Seacrest. Cohen admitted, "And then I wound up kind of inadvertently, throwing the ABC broadcast under the bus." Cohen then said, "But it was really about Journey. It was not a big deal, and it was clickbait in its purest sense." That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.